It is said that life is ephemeral. क्षणिक होती है जिंदगी, पल पल बदलते रहना फितरत होती है उसकी, ट्रांजिएंट एंड एवर चेंजिंग। एक तस्वीर आती है, एक तस्वीर जाती है, फिर दूसरी तस्वीर आती है, दूसरी तस्वीर जाती है, और तस्वीरें बदलते रहने का ये सिलसिला चलता रहता है। Yet, at many a time, something extraordinary happens, spurred by extraordinary circumstances, which develop because of a particular happening at a particular time. और ये घटना एक अमिट छाप छोड़ जाती है हमारे दिलो दिमाग पर, leaves a deep imprint on our mind, which cannot be easily erased. क्योंकि शायद इसका ताल्लुक एक वास्ट नंबर ऑफ लोगों की सोच से रहता है या उनके रिएक्शन से रहता है अबाउट ए पर्टिकुलर हैपनिंग. इन दैट सेंस इट इज कंटेक्चुअल. संदर्भ होता है इसका किसी घटना या मूड के साथ. हम आज से ही एक प्रोग्राम शुरू कर रहे हैं जो इन अमिट तस्वीरों को वक्त वक्त पर पेश करेगा. ऑल दीज इमेजेस will be reflective of the time. Each image will be positive, highly relevant, and contextual. Each one will not only be poignant, but thought-stirring also, in a sense. माने उनमें layers भी होंगी, सोचने के लिए और गहराई को समझने के लिए. The program is called Telling Images. हमारे पहले एपिसोड के लिए हमने 3 इमेजेस चुनी हैं, एंड ऑल द 3 इमेजेस आर इन रियल सेंस, सही मायनों में, टेलिंग इमेजेस. ईच वन इज poignant, positive, thought-provoking, contextual, and layered. Here are the videos. The world we live in is full of surprises. It can be very beautiful, yet it can be very ugly, horrifying. Look at this video. This is Australia. This horror began on 6th September last year, 2019. ऑस्ट्रेलिया के मालवा बे एरिया में आग लगी और उस पर काबू पाया जाता उससे पहले वो फैलनी शुरू हो गई, और देखते ही देखते इतने बड़े एरिया में फैल गई कि उस पर कंट्रोल होना मुश्किल हो गया, और ये आग आज तक कायम है. जान माल का बहुत ज़्यादा नुकसान हुआ है और हज़ारों की तादाद में जानवर मारे गए. बट इन द मिडस्ट ऑफ सच ह्यूज नेचुरल डिजास्टर, व्हेन द यूजुअल टेंडेंसी फॉर एनी ह्यूमन बीइंग इज टू सेव हिमसेल्फ और हरसेल्फ, ऐसे दृश्य भी देखने में आए जो मानवीयता का अद्भुत उदाहरण साबित होते हैं. इस छोटे से कोआला को पानी पिलाने, उस पर पानी डालकर उसकी खाल को प्यार से ठंडा करने और सहेज कर उसे संभालने का ये दृश्य कभी भुलाया नहीं जा सकता. Now the next telling image. First, let's have a look at this video before discussing it.
Very difficult. Please sit down. Please sit down. Please remain seated, please.
6.5 मिनट के इस वीडियो में हम क्या देखते हैं? हम देखते हैं लोगों का एक समूह जिनमें लगभग सबके सब युवा हैं. उनका एक जमघट सा है. एक लड़की सीधे साधे तौर पर बगैर कुछ बोले उस भीड़ में घुसती है और सिर्फ कभी कभी हाथ जोड़ते हुए आगे बढ़ती है. We almost don't place her at first because many times she gets covered by others. Then suddenly we recognize her. Unobtrusively moving between the crowds, this girl is Indian superstar Deepika Padukone. Deepika Padukone? What is she doing here? What is she trying to say? Or is she even wanting to say something? Anything at all? She moves quietly between the crowds as if searching for something. That is it. यही कि वो कुछ नहीं कहती. She merely nods at people here and there. Then she finds a diminutive, bespectacled girl in the congregation who is obliterated by others every now and then. And then Deepika bows a little with folded hands to greet this girl. This girl is Aisha Ghosh, the president of the JNUSU, the Jawaharlal Nehru University Students' Union. Aisha is not even completely visible most of the time. After this, we see that someone makes some announcement and the camera pans across to Kanhaiya, the youth leader, who starts chanting the slogans of his famous Azadi song. Intermittently, Deepika also comes into view, who only stands solemnly and folds her hands now and then, without even once uttering anything. All the time, she looks quite moved. And then she simply vanishes, goes away quietly. People don't even notice her slinking away, as if she never came, never went. That is it. That is the strength of this video. Not saying anything at all. She comes, stands quietly among the students, folds her hands now and then, with a very immersive, very empathetic expression on her face, जो कुछ न कहकर भी सब कुछ कह देता है. I call it the most evocative silence. क्यों कहता हूँ मैं ऐसा? क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है ये वीडियो, ये इमेज? It is important because it is contextual. एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण घटना से नाता है इसका. Nearly 4 weeks ago, on 5th January this year, something really despicable and shameful happened at JNU Delhi. Some 20 or so men and women wearing masks entered the JNU campus at about 6:30 in the evening and attacked the student members of the JNU SU as they were coming out after a meeting with their faculty members about their month-long strike demanding the cancellation of the fee hike, etc. The attackers were understood to be the members of the rival union, toeing the administration's or the government's line. It was a brutal attack with wooden sticks and iron rods, in which many were badly injured and landed in the hospitals. Aisha also got 12 or so stitches on her bloodied head. The CCTV videos of the attack went viral in no time, apparently because of the utter apathy demonstrated by the police despite several calls, apparently at the beckoning of the government. Due to the all-night coverages, India went red with rage by the morning. There were demonstrations in several cities, including a sit-in by some members of the film fraternity at the Bandra reclamation area in the evening. But there was no evidence of a flicker of a reaction or outrage by our leading stars or movie moguls. But media was rife about the insensitivity of our celluloid role models. Something spectacular happened. Without informing anybody or taking anybody's permission, suddenly Deepika was there amidst the students of the JNU, whilst they were having their usual dharna with speeches, songs and slogans. In no time, the world was abuzz with attention, with adulation and praise, as well as abusive trolling and censoring. Why did she do it? Particularly when she was never known to be a political person or believing or driven by any ideology. Not ascribing to the pathetic jibes that some people make that she did it to promote her film. I have 3 guesses to explain this historic move by Deepika. Number 1, her defined persona against the conventional beliefs. आमतौर पर ये समझा जाता कि बिगेस्ट स्टार्स कैन बी वेरी टिमिड एंड कवर्डली। उन्हें हमेशा इस बात का डर लगा रहता है कि दर्शकों का एक बहुत बड़ा वर्ग उनसे नाराज तो नहीं हो जाएगा, उनकी फिल्में बैन तो नहीं कर देगा, थिएटरों में तोड़फोड़ तो नहीं कर देगा, सरकार तो नाराज नहीं हो जाएगी। इस वजह से, इस डर की वजह से दे एक्ट very, very pragmatically and they fear to take any stand. I think Deepika is a girl who not only doesn't want to be taken for granted, she has the grit to stand for a cause. Two things prove it. Few years ago, she participated in a video which was shown on the YouTube on the theme of That's My Life. Many other celebrities also had participated in it, but hers was the best and had become absolute viral at that time. And second is her recently released film Chapak. She not only acted in a very unglamorous role in a completely uncommercial looking film, but she has the courage to produce it as her first film under her banner. In this sense, Deepika emerges not just as a real hero, REEL hero, but also as a, and really as a REAL, real hero. Second thing is this, that I read Deepika in this whole episode as a messenger. हो क्या रहा है कि एक बहुत बड़ा वर्क है जिसमें हमारी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के भी काफ़ी लोग आते हैं जिन्हें सरकार के बहुत नज़दीक माना जाता है, सरकार शासन के इशारे पर काम करने वाले लोग माने जाते हैं। इससे सरकार को ये लगने लगा है कि उन्हें प्रॉब्लम क्या है, सारी जनता तो उनके साथ है। उन्हें मालूम ही नहीं है कि देयर इज़ ए साइलेंट मेजॉरिटी जो उनके साथ नहीं है, which doesn't think like that and which is not in favor of, rather detests the fascistic tendencies. Deepika, in my view, in my reading, is trying to reach out that message. When Deepika silently comes and stands quietly with the protesting students, she beautifully projects a booming message. Don't take us for granted. There are a huge lot of people who don't think like you think, don't approve of what you're doing, and they may suddenly come out of their veil of silence. In this sense, Deepika is the messenger to convey the angst of the silent majority, which doesn't approve of whatever is happening. In this context, I would like to read out one of my tweets that I made regarding Deepika's visit to JNU. Deepika Padukone, not just a hero, she is the messenger. Quietly she came, greeted Aisha Ghosh, stood silently for 10 minutes during Kanhaiya's song and went. Get the large picture. In one fall move, she has spoken a million words, defiance to tyranny, more lethal than an atom bomb. There is a third dimension too, of an urge to be counted as an ordinary citizen. It is a very potent urge. It can only come from a very honest and sincere person who has respect for an ordinary person, and therefore can very easily take away her sheath of extraordinariness to be counted herself as an ordinary. This is beautifully explained in an article by senior journalist Paromita Bora in her Sunday article in the Sunday Midday. In this moment, Citizen is the star and offers the movie star a chance to be a citizen too. Perfect perspective. And now our third image. पहले इस वीडियो का, इस इमेज का एक छोटा सा टुकड़ा देख लेते हैं. What we see in this little scene is the normal activity of a Hindu marriage. What is so important in it? What is telling in this image? इसमें जो इम्पोर्टेंट है वो है इसका वक्त, इसकी जगह, इसका माहौल. Yes, friends, at a highly divisive time, when India is gripped by the advancing tentacles of polarization, all on account of the differentials of the God we worship, religion we follow, something beautiful happened. केरल के डिस्ट्रिक्ट अलापुझू की एक मस्जिद में एक शादी संपन्न हुई. नई बात सिर्फ ये थी कि ये एक मुस्लिम लड़के लड़की का विवाह नहीं था. It was a Hindu marriage between a Hindu girl and a Hindu boy, solemnized by a Hindu priest in a Hindu way, with pheras and all that. It was attended by Muslim guests as well as Hindu guests, with full enthusiasm. Afterwards, a proper Sattvic Hindu vegetarian food was served to all. Apparently what had happened, the mother of the girl did not have any money. So bride's mother requested the local mosque to help her out. The management committee unanimously decided to foot the entire bill of the marriage, of the event. And it was organized at their premises itself, in the precinct of the mosque, in the main hall of the mosque, with full paraphernalia. They foot the entire bill, and on top of that, they also gifted some 2-3 lakhs to the couple as their blessings.